That's incredible adaptation in
Yeah,
quite a crisis. That's really impressive. And like you said, you were probably going to do it later.
Anyway, I think that would be natural extension that people
Yeah.
would have asked for, but because of the pandemic, we were forced to think about it. And I'm glad our team really put in all the all the sort of effort that was required, and they believed in the mission and the vision.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad we have built that, and a lot of students are benefiting from that.
So as a business in Korea, how do you feel about the general business environment in Korea at the moment? Is it easy to do business? Are there problems that you face, especially as a small startup company? So could you talk a little bit about that?
So I think for a business, you need three things. One is money, second is people, and third is the item, the product, right? So money piece was easier because we got investment from Samsung. While Silicon Valley gives you bigger checks of investment, in Korea it's relatively smaller.
Yeah.
So we've not been lucky to get big investments, and I would not call it a challenge. I would say something that we aspire, because if you have more money, you can put in more resources and you can build product better. Mm-hmm. So I think investment is something that has been a constant sort of struggle for us for next round. So we're looking outside Korea for investments, and with the product piece, I think Korea is the best place to build product. Very sort of high quality engineering is there, and we've been lucky to capitalize on the hardware expertise of Korea and the software expertise of India and Korea as well, to really create a great sort of product platform. And on the people side, I think that is where the biggest challenge is, because Korea talent pool is very much concentrated into a few companies. And if you want to get a good talent, you got to pay a lot of money. And that is where I'm like thinking, hey, do I really need to build my talent in Korea by paying so much money? Whereas I know that there's access to talent that I have in India, where I can get the same sort of resources at a much more affordable price.
So my last question for you today is the future.
Yes, sir.
Because we're going to get out of this pandemic situation, schools are going to start opening up. Are there any markets or any products that you're looking towards in the near future?
I think we have a very solid product, and we would like to focus right now into penetration in all over India. Mm-hmm. We have a good sort of traction with 2 of the biggest states, and we are receiving inbound requests from few others. Mm-hmm. So we want to focus mostly in India. But that said, we have been getting sort of some calls from a few other countries, and they say, hey, why don't you do it in our country? And I say, while I'm happy to explore, but I don't have the bandwidth to, at this moment, to really do that.
Right.
So we will see as it comes, but right now the idea is to focus in India, really perfect the product with multiple rounds of sort of improvements. While the product right now is good enough, but we want to understand more and see how we can extend the capability of our product to serve better, to serve a wider audience and solve their problems.
Right.
And really the accountability piece is something that we want to really address properly and say, hey, this is something that will help in the last mile connectivity of education. It is something that will transform the decision making process by providing relevant data points to all the stakeholders. That is where we are, and I think I just believe in the organic sort of growth of the company, of the product. So I don't want to force too much right now. Once we are in the place, in the market, in the schools, we will get feedback, we'll get comments, and we should be prepared to address them. And that's the mindset right now. So we're really excited about schools opening up soon, because we really want to be in the market, and that is when the rubber meets the road, as I say, right?
Yes.
So you really there and see things happening, and wow, this is something amazing. Those kind of things we are looking at. I'm planning to take my entire team from Korea to India as well, once things open up, and have my team based in India. Based in India from Korea, and our India team as well based in one place, and really collectively solve the problem and feel proud about doing this together.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
The future looks bright for you.
For everybody.
That's just very true.
Yeah.
Pankaj, thank you very much for talking to us today. I hope you had an enjoyable interview with us.
Yeah, thanks Ian for having us, and always happy to be a part of Asia Future Institute. I think you and your team and Dr. Yu's team, what you're doing is really amazing. And looking forward to more of such engagements going forward.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks.
You can check out all of our videos on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks.